I do believe we should be live, so I'll say indeed. And greetings unto you, beloved and holy friend. Thank you for joining me once again on another conscious evolution. Today we'll be talking about belonging, specifically how belonging is almost something self created, self selected, right? That even if you were welcomed into a space, if you don't feel you belong there, you don't feel like you belong there, right? And then really realizing that if you are in this moment at all, it's because you belong here, right? Like it's like the if you didn't belong here, you wouldn't be here. So the fact that you are here means that you belong here, right? As like a mental gymnastics. The wind has been blowing a lot. My hair has not been this ruined in a long time, but I'm embracing it because now I'm going to dance as well, which is probably going to make it worse. I love you, friends. Kristen, belonging. What an amazing topic. I'm happy that you're already ready for it. I see Jovan and Shan joining me too. You ready for some dancing? It's the wind is like I don't know why, but it's irritating me, particularly today. I think it's because I was practicing yoga like this as well. I feel a little bit winded. I'm not tired. I'm just yeah. I want for things to be differently, so I'm making myself suffer. Let's start, shall we? No time like the present. I'm sorry. That's right. We'll dance for justice. The wind is making me so indecisive. It's like I have some base level of irritation that's like gnawing at my brain and is making me very picky about the music I want to listen to. Hey, Jiziel, wish I can dance along, but I'm at work. Tap fingers, meld, meld. Vito's track number one, track number two got vetoed as well. Let's see if number three has a chance. I just pressed like the shuffle button on my playlist, which is not the best idea, but it is. Veto's track number two. I am kind of sorry, like a little bit sorry, but I would rather skip a track than suffer. Is this one good? Let's hear if the drop is any good. Nah. Let's try again. Drum and bass? You know what? I can go for some drum and bass actually.
Your entire life has been a mathematical error. A mathematical error. Your entire life has been a mathematical error. A mathematical error I'm about to correct. I'm about to correct.
I'm having such a hard time getting into the groove. Had a good night of the whole Lions Gate thing, but I'm feeling heavy, like I'm stuck to the earth. I'm pretty sure this track is good though. Here it starts.
Yeah.
I'm feeling pretty aggro myself, Shell. Mine is more wind than being cold, but still. Right, it's okay to get angry sometimes. Pippi has been stealing my scarf over and over again. She does not let go. She's standing on it right now.
Yeah.
One leg on, one leg off. It's called Balila. Sounds good enough. Wanna put her better the puff. Tantrum, yeah. Like she's put more holes in this scarf than anyone else. Yeah, I do remember this track.
כל בוקר בדיוק פה אתה מתעורר? בדיוק פה. אף פעם החלום לא המשיך אותי. כמה זמן זה? שנתיים וחצי. וואלה, בשביל זה הבאת אותי פה באמצע הלילה. למה אתה מניאק? למה להגיד מניאק? למה? איבדתי את הזיכרון. היא תאונה? מה? תאונה? הייתה לך תאונה? איזה תאונה? לא יודע, תאונה? תאונת דרכים, תאונת עבודה? איזה תאונה? כל התקופה הזאת של המלחמה, בלבנון, אני פשוט לא זוכר משם שום דבר.
Resound Israel created the most amazing music in the world. Dance with uplifting trance. Let's dance all together, Nitsanat.
You done now? I am beat. having a hard time dancing today. I think the wind made it a little bit harder. But more so than anything, it's just like my current mind state. Been feeling a little bit dissociative-y. Dissociative-y is not a word, Melt. You're right. But we can make new words. Shall Sam, blessings to you. I'll say hi to you friends in a moment. Let me get us set up. The wind is... Do you hear that? That's literally wind catching on... I don't like it. I think that's what's happening as well right now. It's like I'm suffering because I want it to be differently. Like, no, stop wind. Stop winding so much. You're winding too much, wind. Wind is like, bruh, what do you want from me? I can only do this one thing. I belong. Maybe that's what I'm actually supposed to absorb, right? That even though I might not be approving of the wind, it still belongs. Because otherwise there would be no wind. Yeah. Yeah, actually, I like that. My brain can make sense of it. Can go like, yeah, 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 makes sense. Pepe also bested me a bunch of times during today's dance. The wind changes the physics of scarf dancing. Yeah, this is how I look today. Extra fambulous. That's how I feel inside. That's what's happening inside of me right now. Smile and wave, boys. You can even hear the wind noise through the windshield. Let's see if I can put it on the inside. Oopsie. Not what I intended to do. I guess it can still work. How's that? I can still see the bar moving, but I'm gonna assume it's just leaves rustling or something's being picked up. Not direct wind noise. Okay, let me open chat. See if I can become a little bit more present with you friends. Say hi to everyone. I'll let you know when the last comment is that I can see. Shan saying Jazeel with a loving heart. Sounds like the soundtrack to the industrial level of Donkey Kong. That's perfect actually. Joy Vive, Duck Dad. It is Wednesday. Meld vetoes. I mean, like I wanted to veto almost all of the tracks today. I feel, I don't know, semi rattled. I mean, if I look like that, I mean, I guess it's appropriate for me to feel a little bit rattled, right? I look like an actual insane person right now. You have a whole house to stream if the wind is a bother. It's true. It's true, but I like to pretend that houses don't exist. Right? The wind isn't that cold, at least, right? Like I'm still in my t-shirt. This is a t-shirt, button-up shirt, but still, it's more the internal feeling, right? That's what I'm actually going through. The wind is almost like an external representation of what's happening on the inside, right? This whole thing is a representation. What a representation. Right, and I'm wondering now: is it a sense of belonging that I'm struggling with? Actually, yeah, Actually, I am. Not so much a worry with whether or not I belong, but more so a consideration with whether or not certain things belong, right? Like certain behaviors that I've been perpetuating, wondering if they belong, and wondering how much of that influences myself. Like going to bed late, for example, is one of them, you know. Like I have a hard time going to sleep and then I wake up late and I don't really feel as rested as I would like to. I am smoking weed again, and that has been on my mind for whether or not I'm supposed to stop once again. I'm still doing all of my things though, at least, you know. Practicing, staying mindful, journaling, cold showering. Yeah, I feel like that is the thing, right? It's just knowing that there are certain things that belong in our lives and others that don't. And they might have belonged in the moment, right? Whatever moment I was in at that moment, it might have served me in one way or another. But then there is some growth that happens inside ourselves, right? I said this in today's stream as well, or the yoga stream, that there is, at least in my mind, a certainty that wherever you are right now, you're supposed to be there, right? From the perspective of wherever you are right now, you have the chance to make the biggest difference that you can where you are. That doesn't mean you have to stay where you are. Doesn't mean you're going to be there forever, but it at least means that you're there right now and that you get to serve in that place. Do the eyebrow dance, yeah. Obviously need diggy diggy hole, yeah, dang it, love is true. So I don't usually quantify plants in weight, but I have a metric buttload of stringy stringy. I know stone succulents, but I don't know stringy stone succulents. Like 25 kilograms worth, free 99. Did you get them for free? Or are you giving them away for free? I'm not exactly sure what the free 99 means. Who's this computer voice think he is calling me a mathematical error? I ain't no maths. I was like weirdly thinking about that as well, Duck Dad. Especially since today's stream topic was supposed to be about belonging. And then the song is like, your entire life is a mathematical error that I am about to correct. I was like, bruh, you tell me. I felt like it was like a juxtaposition. Peppy said, unhand me, human. She doesn't like being held. She doesn't. And then as soon as I hold her, she's like, oh, this is actually not bad. She wants to continue ripping my scarf off of my body. That's what she wants to do, right? And when I hold onto her, that's out of her spectrum of stuff she can do. She wants to be free and growl. All tracks will be yeeted. First time seeing Peppy live. I only saw him or her on the shorts. What a good doggo. She really is a little character. She's just chilling next to me now, minding her own business. He's like, what are you doing? Don't rap at me. Don't you rap. Don't you rap at me. Don't be rapping. Rap. 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 She's like, bro, what are you doing? You smell something? Mushy. She's not having any of my nonsense today. She just wants patents. I just want love it. I don't want play. I'm tired now, bro. I'm tired now. Yeah, she's a sweetie. Back to the other animal that we're featuring on stream today. For a sec, I thought this was turning into a Mortal Kombat song. Maybe have a banana and try again later, Mel. Yeah, I'm fine. I don't need bananas. I just feel heavy, yo. I feel I feel like I don't belong in my body. Maybe that's it, right? That the body that I'm in right now has been less ideal than the body I used to be in a while ago, right? Maybe there is something to be said in that as well. Aging, changing as a part of the process, and realizing that we're going to have to be okay with where we find ourselves. Hey, Ellie, blessings to you, friend. I'm going to get to your comments soon, hopefully. Old drum and bass sounds like, no, that wasn't drum and bass, actually, the previous track. It had like a drum and bass kind of, but it ended up not being drum and bass. Sorry you're feeling poorly. We love you, Shell, even if you're not feeling good. We're here with you. Hope you feel better soon. Thank you, friends, for sending lovin's. Thanks, Joy and Shan. I'm forcing myself to stay in bed. Blah. Get well soon. I wish he'd do Pippi Cannon and shoot at the camera. Pippi just wouldn't know what I'm doing. She'd be like, why are you shaking me, bro? It would be cute if she could like do little growls like then I would 100% Pippi Cannon. All of you friends. I want to pitter patter the puppy, the Pippi popper tum tum. Pippi Cannon, so much love. Shelly Duckling has a cold too, of course. 1 week before the family vacation with her cousin to the beach. Hopefully she gets better before she has to go out. Joe Bud, raspberries right. I do that to our poppers. Joy, like a cat cannon with the dog. At the moment, I'm officially beginning the meditation space. Nice, bro. I'm proud of you. Slowly but surely, one stone at a time, right? I don't cannon my animals. I don't think they'd like it. Yeah. I mean, Pippi doesn't mind that much. Pippi, come here, sweetie, come here. I mean, she does, I suppose. I wanted to pick her up for a second, and she instantly started furiously running. I mean, she's wagging her tail, right? Look at that, like that's her state of being. I'm gonna get you. I wanna get you. I'm gonna get you one way or another. I'ma get you. I'ma get you one way. Maybe next week. Right? That's her one state of being. And then if I try to catch her, come here, I'm gonna catch you. I'm gonna catch you. Oh, I'm gonna catch you. Oh, you can't get away from me. I'm gonna catch you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. You're coming. I'm coming for you. I'm coming for you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna come and get you. I'm gonna come and get you. Oh, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Yeah, she does mind. She do like that autonomy. Being able to move her little physical form in space and time without my say-so. Maybe it's a bazooka and not a cannon. Please tell me you know what I'm talking about. I know what you're talking about. I remember a meme with one dude going with his kitty and then going meow. Right, and I've seen games. Was it Saints Row that you could actually use a cat as a gun? I don't know. There is a game where you could use a cat as a gun. 20-minute time or something to remind you to take progress pics or do time lapse. Yeah, I mean, make something out of it. Maybe like short videos or something. Hey Lisa, blessings to you. A pressurized gun would work with cats because they're non-Newtonian substances. But yeah, you need a dogapult to get those flying. But they're all just spitballing, right guys? We're going to need a parachute for safe landing, please, yes. Yes, while we're spitballing, if cats had to land on their feet and toast always lands butter side down, would you put them together and achieve a perpetual motion machine? I don't know if you saw that video, but there's actually like a meme of a scientist, you know, like doing exactly that, where he like uses tape and then he has a cat and then he puts a toast with the butter up and then he drops the cat and then the cat starts spinning and then he puts that spinning cat / toast combination into like an electric generator powering the whole city kind of vibe. It's kind of hilarious. If only it was that easy. But perpetual motion is not real. Unfortunately. No such thing. Would be cool though. Dogs are heavy though. The catapult. These two comments are melting my brain right now. Shooting device. YouTube's gonna be like, what the hell are these people talking about? You look wonderful, Mel. Thank you, Shan. It's like it's just the mind, right? Like I feel like this whole do is a part of what I'm supposed to be going through right now, right? Because I had my hair done. Hey Dad, when I stepped out of my room, and then after yoga, it looked close to what it looks like right now, and then after dancing, it looked even worse. And I feel like that's how it's supposed to be, right? And my hair also belongs wherever it wants to be right now, and I should let myself be exactly as I am. Posted a compilation of cat guns on Pet Discord. You're driving behind someone who has painted over or burned off half of their license plate. Very sus. Yeah. Don't get pulled over with them kind of vibe. The physics of scarf dancing. I mean, yes! Yes, look at this. Look at that scarf. It has a mind of its own right now. Right, like it's doing its own thing. Usually I have to tell it where to go. But now there's an extra element of wind that I have to dance alongside with. We can shoot with our little dog, but anything larger than 20 pounds would be hard to handle for me. Miss Dixie Doodle is 15 pounds, good cannon size. Meltmore, I'm gonna be really vulnerable, which I hate, and confess that a sense of belonging is something I have longed for my whole life. Never really felt apart or welcomed in any group. I have even doubted my belonging here, despite all of you wonderful, amazing lovies. I know it's my hang up. That's how things. You're so loved, Kristen. I get it. I really do. Right? That sense of belonging is something that I struggle with as well. And I have also struggled with it my whole life. Partly because from a very young age I realized that I wasn't the same type of person as the people that I was surrounded with. And secondly, they knew that I wasn't like them either, right? So it was almost like a double whammy of not feeling like I belong. And I had to go through a big part of my life not feeling like there is any belonging for me to be found. Until I realized a little bit later in my life that belonging is not something that someone else can give you, unfortunately. I don't know if you were here for me saying it at the start of the stream, but I believe belonging is something that is self-elected. As in, even if, and I do believe we try, and this is not me trying to call you out, it's just me talking in extremes, essentially. Even if this whole community, as you mentioned, lovingly welcomes you, right, wants you to be a part of this space, if you don't feel that way, you don't feel that way, right? If you feel you don't belong, you feel you don't belong, whether or not it's true. And I feel, it's like a matter of reminding ourselves as ourselves, and reminding ourselves as one another that you are worthy, that you are appreciated. If you find yourself in this space today, you do so because you belong, right? And I said it during yoga. I believe that if you weren't here right now, right, if you didn't belong, ultimately, you wouldn't be here right now, right? It's like a choice. Like you self-selected to be this person that you are right now. And then at the same time, you get to almost lean into it instead of shying away from it. And I know it's hard. It's something that we can actively get better at. It's something I'm still trying to get better at. I think I'm going to tie my hair back. I have a rubber band. This rubber band is really small. Oh, but it does the job. Belonging, huh? Yeah. Now I'm asking myself, does it belong that way? At least I'm not being irritated anymore. So I feel like that allows some belonging, at least a little bit. We love having you here, Kristen. Yes, thank you, Shan, for reminding us, for reminding Kristen as well. I love seeing your smile in yoga in the mornings too. You belong here, friend. Thank you, Shan, for making us all feel like we belong. On the math thing, there was a thing from a movie that I loved. Basically, it was that with mathematics, every part is important. If the world is like a machine, then all of us, the parts, are important. I believe this, Ali. For me, it's not so much machine based as much as it's unity based, right? Where my idea of unity, quite literally, means everything, right? Actually, everything. And if there is one thing missing, then it's not everything, right? If you were missing, the infinity would be incomplete. Right? Isn't that mind-boggling to just think about? Like you belong that much. Not only do you belong, but you belong so much that infinity would be incomplete without you. Right? That makes me happy just to think about even. Remind yourself as well, you are worthy. Thanks, Jobat and everyone for the loving gestures that I missed. You're my tribe. We love you, Shell. I hope you get better soon, dear friend. I think one thing you have to remember, Melt, is you're almost 26. Don't remind me. And you said you're ADHD, which means you might have up to 3 more years of your prefrontal cortex developing. That is true, right? I have felt a certain sense of growth, slowly but surely. There was like a definite kind of like leveling up that happened when I turned 24 that I didn't feel as significantly at 25. And I do look forward to the next 5 years and to see how things change going forward as well. It's not a surprise or unnatural for you to feel out of sorts. It's true. Thank you. You sound like a gremlin. She sounds like a gremlin. She is a gremlin. 100%. I think she's gonna go and get wet or something. Turn herself into the full monster right now. I forgot what the smaller ones are called. Oh, they're also gremlins, but they're getting put in water state. Clenching my jaws at here because it's so stinking cute. I actually told my mom and my sister recently about that thing you told me about the brain regions for cute and aggression being shared in our minds. And I told them that that's why we clench our jaws when we start petting, something cute. And both of them were like, oh, yeah, that is so. So thank you, Joe, for being a teacher to not only me, but to other people as well, without you even knowing the amount of influence that you have. You belong. You belong so much, dear ones. I didn't know ADHD had the effect on the prefrontal cortex development. So interesting. Melt feels heavy. Maybe you just need a good poop. I just need to eat less food, right? Which is technically same, but different. I don't even eating that much, but I have a bad relationship with food again, where I have a hard time enjoying it. It's like I'm eating it for utilitarian purposes, right? I'm like, yes, I need to eat food because food. And then I don't really want to, but my brain is like, yeah, food. And I'm like, I've been having a hard time being a body, essentially. And dudes, thank you for the outpour of love. I love you all so much, and you're definitely my tribe. Kristen, thank you for echoing. Brother Dan saying, Ayo Melt fam, back on the bus again. Can't wait to get home and see my kitties. I'm sure they're looking forward to seeing you again too, Brother Bear. I'm sure your kitties can't wait to see you too. Love is true. Do you have a good time with your mom? I know you know all about the chirps and the yells I'm gonna get when I walk in the door. Mom is the bestest. I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy that you had a good time. Sam, look up. Peninsula. the Persians beat the Egyptians by throwing cats at them. I'll send you a link. I mean, I'm imagining almost like comical getting cats thrown at you, right? Like I'm imagining a bunch of dudes of cats going, and then the cats go meow, 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 scratching people's faces off. But I don't know if that's how it went. Okay, yeah, the wind went from this is fine to now I'm suffering a little bit. I'm like goosebumped up. Can you see that? Yeah, you can. I'm so goosebumped. Okay, fine. I'm gonna go sit inside. Hey, Louisiana. And even Cable! Yes! Dude! Cable, bro! Like, I was legit thinking about you during yoga today. I took a little bit of mushrooms last night for the first time in like a month and a half or something. And I watched the new Spider-Man movie. And there was a Cable, Spider-Man. And I was like, fuck yeah. That's so Cable right there. I don't know if you've seen it, Brother Bear, but you're gonna love it when you see yourself as a Spider-Man. Oh, there's Spider Cable. Let me move myself indoors because I'm over it. Ooh, man, it feels so gentle inside now. Nice. Na 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 na. Is this the perspective? Okay, fine. I need to get some more stuff. I'll be back in a second. Bzz, bzz. Okay, coming back. Oh goodness. I got here just as stuff started falling over. Nothing broke at least. Let's see, bro. Mr. Wind. Like it's literally been this windy all day. It's getting warmer here in South Africa again, it seems. I don't know if it's just like a shift or if winter is over or something, but there has been change. Man, I'm testing the limits of my finger strength by trying to make only one trip. Ski bop. Back once again. Oh, I need to bring actually my shtick. My shtick on feet. Let me get the cushion as well. Joy Vive ended up winning. She called it. I'm using the indoors like a civilized person. My whole thing, my whole persona melted. How are you gonna believe that I'm a wild person if I go inside? Yeah. I go up more still. Ah, perfect. There we go. Oh, let me get this. This works. I shall approve. A Cable Spider-Man? Bro, you're gonna love it though. You're gonna like straight up love that stuff, man. I hope at least. While I was seeing it, I was like, yeah, this is Cable as a Spider-Man. So I hope you get that experience as well, man. Here we go. What did I miss? Nothing, Louisiana. You are here and you belong in this moment. Today's whole stream topic is basically about belonging. I've talked about feeling a little bit weird, right? Like a sense of like I don't belong in my own body kind of vibe. But it's nice to come to this calm moment with you friends. Like it feels almost surreal now being inside after getting so winded outside. You guys rock. How's the start of everyone's week been? Heavy, right? Like I'm taking a new remedy from Shan called Star of Bethlehem, and it's supposed to help you deal with trauma, but I tend to deal with trauma by traumatizing myself. Unfortunately. No, 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 no. I think I missed a few. A lot, actually. You see. I'm scrolling up. There we go. Okay. Joy. It's a lovely time. Very chill. My mom is the best. Again, I read that one. Pennsylvania. So after we made amends the other day, Joy, something kind of wild happened to me. I was in a moment of introspection and thought, who the fuck am I upset with? It's definitely not Joy. It's definitely my fucking dad. How about that? And so I resumed the process of what my spiritual guide, Jane, calls trauma purging. Did I just talk about trauma? That's pretty trippy, dude. Maybe you should also consider taking some Star of Bethlehem. I don't know if you'd be into supporting Shan in her medicine mother endeavors, but that could be one thing you could, consider doing. There's a famous painting showing the battle. I'll post it in Discord. Y'all and the pets. Thank you. Your dad? I'd stopped going there with my dad because it hurts him to know the damage he's caused me, my sister, and my mom. I'm gonna have to read through that after stream. Kristen, same Z's. Keith was the only one, and he's dead. Am I missing context? Nani? Last thing Kristen said is, your guys are my tribe, or the prefrontal cortex thing. Keith was the only one and he's dead. But I kinda most definitely deserve being mad at. You were going through a lot as well, Joy Vive. I feel like, fortunately, we were all aware of that. You kind of getting the news of your little kitty having cancer and, coming to deal with that reality. It makes it hard for us to believe love is true, and especially to show up like that as well, right? So I understood where you were coming from. I understood where Brother Dan is coming from, and I'm proud of both of you for coming together and making amends, for actually getting past that, for communicating thoroughly. But he has shown no effort in starting the healing process. He's actually done the opposite. He's blocked me in an effort to stop the anecdotes coming through. What I mean, Joy, is more like, where is the anger I'm carrying coming from? It's not from Joy's comment. It's not from the nosy neighbors across the street. It's not the slow walker in front of me, etc. Yeah, it's an underlying, right? Almost like the way I think of it is like suppressed rage, where you go through your whole life maybe dealing with a parent that isn't as present as you would like them to be. And then they keep behaving in a certain way over and over and over and over again. And you as a child do not have the luxury of disapproving of what your parents are doing. In fact, you as a child might want to just keep pleasing them because you don't want more of that abuse, right? Be it verbal, be it even emotional neglect, right? Which in my mind is still a type of abuse. You want less of that, and then it festers, right? And it's like this underlying, and then something is said, right? And then it communicates that lack of insight, neglect, willingness to dismiss you. It comes back inside of your being, and then it's like your childlike self that is fighting for what you know you deserve, right? Fighting to belong, essentially. So I understand that too, Brother Bear. I'm proud of you for doing that introspection and for trying to find, where that anger is stemming from. It's the first step in melting it, right? I think you're doing a real good job of weeding it out. And the whole thing the other day just stirred me up and made me realize that I have more offloading to do with him. And in doing so, I'm making room in the garden of my mind. I'm pulling the weeds out. There we go. Self reflection and self awareness isn't something that everyone is capable of. True. My point is sharing is that I'm grateful for you and I'm grateful for the experience. I'm grateful for you as well, friend. I love you, friends. Right? Like this is making me like actually melt a little bit because I remember really internally, intrinsically, with a sense of certainty, going through that whole experience, you know, the other day, and one feeling like there is growth happening inside of me. Our power just came back on. There is growth happening inside of me, seeing this lack of synchronicity, seeing this separation essentially, you know, and me trying to melt it back together. And I was like, I can feel there is something awakening inside of me. And the next day, we talked about it a little bit more. And in that day, I felt a sense of hopelessness, right? Where I was like, I felt this awakening happening. Hey, John. And now I'm failing at this thing that I'm supposed to do. And then you friends actually did end up coming together and connecting the way you were supposed to. And I was like going through this whole mental state afterwards as well. And the thing that was coming up in me over and over again is conscious evolution, right? And now that's what you're saying exactly, you know, literally gratitude for what you went through in that moment, for the apology that was given, for the experience that you were allowed to have. And then that experience allowing you to do more work inside of yourself that you wouldn't have been able to do if you didn't go through the whole thing in the first place. You friends make me proud. Keep growing. Keep growing. Actually, I have a poem about that. I want to read it. It just came up in my mind. I'm feeling John's energy. Is Louise there with you? It's weird for me to be inside, bro. It's almost uncomfortable. Nature wastes nothing? No, it's yesterday's. Yeah, literally yesterday's comment about growth. So it goes something like this. The late blooming flower doesn't stop growing. Even if we had to wait 1,000 years, the earth is blooming, a process that unfolds over generations, revealing the inner core. All other layers, starting from this depth, yet forgets who they are to be something else. Every moment contributes, every second even, a part of the unity we get to experience. It's funny how we constrict ourselves, holding on to what once was, forgetting that it holds who you are to be. Don't ever stop growing. There is more light to see. Whew. And this is how the flower looked for that day as well. It's one of my favorites in a while, actually. I really like the way it turned out. I'm trying to get the reflection. You're right. Yeah. Late blooming flower, dude. I'm happy you like it as well. I was like really chuffed. I was like, yeah, fucking yeah. After I finished it. Okay, let's get back to comments. We belong where? Everywhere. What did I miss? Nothing. You're here for it. What a lovely turnout today. It really is a blessing. A cable Spider-Man. I think you'll love it, dude. Don't miss you. Don't miss much, but we missed you. There we go. I have so much pride in you, friends, for reals. Seeing y'all grow, seeing problems solved, all y'all share. It's a blessing to be here and with you through it. You give me so much faith in humanity. Love is true. I love the idea of thought during yoga. It happens more than I like to say, actually. I should technically turn my brain off, but I have a hard time doing that. How did I feel as a thought melt? You inspire me, bro. Always. Like when I think about you, Cable, I think about a being powerful and willing to realize their dreams, to do the things that are difficult, to put themselves out there. You're an inspiration, man. No jokes. It's a lovely rainy morning here. I've been praying for rain for a while. It's so dry here. Bless. I'm happy that your prayers are being answered, dear friend. I believe the brain development thing is universal. People like to use 18, but it's actually 28 when the brain becomes mature as an adult. Opinion, I don't know. Feels like a fact. I feel we never are technically grown, like ever, right? And I feel this whole idea that people believe themselves to be an adult at a certain age is a part of the brain damage of society, right? It's like, oh, I'm an adult now, so I'm gonna adult. No, you are a student. You are a child of the earth forever. Never ever are you gonna not be a child of the earth. Flesh-colored couch time, yeah. Yeah. My mom hates these couches, like she has the whole time, but they're comfortable, so they do their job. I wonder if you could use a different color of leather polish to change the color of the couches. I don't think it's real leather. I just think it's like some sort of plastic material, actually. So I don't think so. I don't think they'll take the stain too great. They're like really cheap couches, really cheap couches, and they were really cheap like 20 years ago when my parents bought them. Yeah, totally shell. Like literally my whole life, my entire existence, I've been sitting on these couches. They're like a part of my childhood, basically. Totally shell. I'm 29 and I'm just starting to get on solid ground. I'm proud of you, Brother Bear, for continuing to grow. The couch really needs a realistic set of eyes and lips. That would be cool, Sam. Lovins, 29, how lovely. Your whole life ahead of you, Dan, literally. Nancy, hello, Boogies. Dropping by to say, hey, gotta go and do stuff before work. Enjoy the stream and the day/evening. See you tomorrow. We love you, Nancy. We look forward to it already. What you building there, Mr. Bob? Oh, maybe you're bringing up to Duck Dad. Duck Dad is building like a little waterfall right now. And he's off again. Siobhan, I always have a variety of sizes of googly eyes on hands. Of course you do. I'm not even surprised, Louisiana. It's perfect. Ali's saying, have you noticed that the earth breathes? The ocean waves, the seasons, etc. are like breaths. Literally. And not only that, but the earth has like a heartbeat as well. There is this resonating frequency coming out of the earth, literally permeating through our bodies, going into the outer space. So yeah, the earth is, I believe the earth is conscious even. I believe all things, that's panpsychism. I believe everything is conscious, even your water molecules. That's why I talk to them and thank them, for hydrating my body and stuff. That's why I thank the earth. And I believe everything that I can see, and I wanted to say see with my eyes, but I see things even without my eyes. Like right now I'm seeing at first nothing, and then the more I spend time focusing, a line started appearing, and then pulled a circle all the way around. Right, so everything I believe that I can see, that I can have an experience with in my mind is the feminine expression of God. And I am supposed to, as a masculine observer, to love the feminine expression of God. And it's like this give and take. Hey, Melita, blessings to you, friend. It's nice having you here with us. I'm sleepy, so my brain is wandering like crazy. Mine too. I feel like I'm out of it. I've been like a little bit out of it for a while now. Never thought about it before, Ali, but now that you mention it, there we go. The more we know, right? Consciously evolving. Yes, Ali, that's how it is. Where's Joe to tell us about his surroundings? How his surroundings are breathing. We are missing Joe today. Thank you, Shell, for sending him lovin's as well in his absence. That's some real, legit, embracing the moment, equipment, the lighting is always so nice in your house for streaming purposes. It's because of like the big window, kind of like casting soft light, on my skin. I think I'm even following filming rules, like if you're going to film yourself, the light is supposed to come from here and the camera is supposed to catch you on like the side face. So you're supposed to have like a little triangle, the light source, So I feel like it's It's closer to ideal lighting, than we usually have. I wanted to thank you for mentioning the phoneticians the other day. Made some connections. Bless, Shell. I'm happy that you're connecting the flesh cultures. Yeah. Meanwhile, we're a family of, cannibals, and we. No, I'm gonna put that fractal down. I don't even think it's okay to say as a joke. Lurkers in the history chat. I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys. Love is true. I'm still taking notes on everything I want to talk about for our first episode. Please, you're actually gonna do it, Sam. I'm looking forward to being able to tune into that, make myself some food, and listen to you and Shell have a conversation together. How's the art thing? You working on anything? Do let us know, Zano. My whole life has been a I don't belong thing. It turns out I have wicked ADHD and a touch of the tism, as they say. It's amazing to meet people who feel similarly. Finding people that we feel we belong with, right? And then actively cultivating that sense of belonging in ourselves because we have people that reflect back to us that which we are. Not really just focusing on work, creating fun and introspective art exercises. Bless. So much experiences, life, are things we have picked up from abuse that we keep repeating. I have ADHD. ADHD solidarity in chat. Love you, Cable. Someone on the bus is ripping ass, fam. Oh, would? I don't know what that combo, ripping ass, fam, would. But I'm guessing he's farting. Beef is what's for dinner. Most of the anger comes from the state of the sins I've accepted and gone through my traumas thoroughly, state of the world and humanity. There's no more. It's true, bro. Sam, mutual fart smelling is a very specific type of trauma bond. I resist the term ADHD, and every single time I see it, I feel outside. But I was diagnosed at 5. Me too. Well, yeah, around 5. And I'm hyperactive. Last time my mom bullied me about it was the last time I saw her in person. Goodness. I'm hyperactive. I have ADHD. And I don't think it makes you less. It just changes your experience, right? Doesn't mean you don't belong. It just means the way in which you belong might be different to the traditional person. Often in my physiotherapy class, because people are relaxing their tight muscles, they relax a wrong one and poof. I don't know if that poof is a good thing or a bad thing. Boom time. I hope you enjoyed it, Cable. It's not anything on your level just yet, but I'm slowly but surely climbing the mountain. Inching forward. An important lesson and a difficult one that I have had to learn and that I'm still working on is this: I am not responsible for anyone else's happiness. Even though I agree, Ali, I don't know if I necessarily always agree, right? Because it's like a yes and or a no but kind of thing. Because yes, you are not responsible for anyone else's happiness. You are responsible for your own. But in cultivating your own happiness, you can inevitably influence other people's happiness as well. 11:11. Oh, we did miss it. It's 15 minutes past right now. But it is 69 on my battery percentage right now. So setting love into lane. So yeah, again, right? That sense of belonging. If you feel you belong and you're showing up with a smile on your face and you're encouraging the people around you and you're sharing that sense of happiness, inevitably that energy is going to carry over to them as well. And in that way, we do have a responsibility to ourselves to be happy and in that way influence others as well. It's a superpower, not an annoyance to get rid of. Agreed. The late blooming flower is forever growing, and it's late only for the mind of a few. For the flower every day of budding was special, and the final form totally new. Ooh, great flower. I'm so happy that you're vibing with me, dude, riffing into the poetry alongside me. Have you read Nikita's Gill's poetry? I really love everything she writes. Very thought provoking. Hey Google, can you give me Nikita Gill's best poem? New. Let's see. Let's read some poems. Nikita Kill. A sad girl's love song, almost. Beauty and bravery. Father, do not let your sons forget. Hector and Achilles. Messages from the Titan, sons of Asia. Not all girls are made of sugar. Notes of Mother's Day. Hey, it's Women's Day today, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's Women's Day. Happy being a woman and stuff. Maybe we'll do something women related. The girl he loves, the girl who was afraid to be. Yeah, that one. Right? That feels like it has some sort of attachment to belonging. I'm getting advertised couches. How about that? That's hilarious. Here's her poem. She speaks to me fondly of passions and talents, guitars and stars, then stops short and apologizes for speaking at all. All because somewhere in her life, someone she loved broke her heart by ignoring her beautiful words and telling her to shut up, keep it down, nobody cares. People aren't born sad. We make them that way. That's like perfectly in sync with today's stream topic of belonging, huh? What a trip. Thank you, Ali, for sharing Nikita's work with us as well. Looks like a praying mantis face? The dope flower, I'm happy that you saw that. I love praying mantises. Bro, can you see the lion in it? The flower yesterday. The Lionsgate event. I even took mushrooms during the Lionsgate event where the certain stars aligned with the pyramids. Huge spiritual event. I know, bro. Like the way the flower turned out, you know, with that in mind was really meaningful. Can you send me that flower? I'd be happy to, bro. No, 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 no. There you are. Na 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 na. Ba da 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 ba da ba da ba da. Na na. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. There's obviously going to be a little bit of a quality degradation, but it has been sent to you, Brother Bear. Thank you for appreciating my art as well. So smart, Dan. There we go. Beast. Yo, what is Bast? I've heard that before. Is it some god or something? I do believe so. And Melt, I love mixing my entire self with you, dude. And believe me when I say, neither of us hold back. Love you. Love you. The Bast. Bast is the Egyptian cat god. There we go. Ah, perfect name for a kitty. So smart, Dan. Bast is an ancient Egyptian goddess. The more you know. Bast is the protector of cats, women, and children. It is Women's Day after all. There are many legends that connect her as an ancient sun and war goddess. I saw white spirals. So much love. Yeah, I never put two and two together, but Bast is hoping for symbol. Is a hope symbol for female. Is hoping to symbol for female in her hand in that one iconic pic. I'm not sure what that means, but you wanna go outside? You wanna go outside? You wanna go outside? You wanna go outside? He's excited to meet the family, but they haven't opened the doors just yet. Gotta start my poetry talk. Dude, I have to go in a few minutes. We love you, bro. Sending you blessings, man. Poems and chill. Maybe we can have some friends joining you there as well. That sounds exciting. Love is true. I'll be there as soon as streaming is over, Kavel. Thank you, Joy V, for sharing that presence with our beloved Kavel as well. Talk of history. It still needs a name. I mean, I'm going to leave that up to you, right? I'm sure you'll have a great name for it. Holy moly, I'm actually in the right time zone for 11:11 and I missed it. It's like, thank you, Kristen. Maybe, we were supposed to be completely melted into the moment instead of looking at the time. Drive-by love, we were talking about you earlier, Joe Schmo. I'm transferring. Hallo! Welkom terug. Het was baie wind geweest buiten en het bietjie ongemakkelijk geraakt. Transferring a mated pair of adult sulcata giant tortoises. They are getting relocated to a new home today. I have giant tortoises. Pippi wants to come and jump on the couch with me. You want to come here? Here you come. Hey, sweetie. Welcome terug, mom. I didn't see you sneak in. She's been here. You must send turtle pics. All of us want to see turtle pics. It kind of reminds me of the quote, it's not our fault what has happened in our lives, but it is our responsibility of how we react to it. Agreed. Right? Again, with the whole internalized, right? If someone, a family member, a dad, a partner, reduces the amount of worth that you have as a person, never mind just as a woman, and you internalize that and you believe yourself to be unworthy, you believe yourself to not belong, no matter what your other loving relationships do for you, if you still believe that, that's how you're going to feel about it. And you're still going to be reserved and locked off, from the full beauty of the experience you're allowed to have. It's like a yes, people can hurt you in this life. That's true. But also, you get to choose how you continue, reacting despite that hurt that you've experienced. It's definitely post some pics, please do. Women's Day? Are we gonna paint each other's nails? I would have my nails painted by you friends. That poem you just read, can you read it again, please? Or put it in the Discord. I would happily read it again, dear friend. One more time. The Girl Who Was Afraid to Be by Nikita Gill. She speaks to me fondly of passions and talents, guitars and stars, then stops short and apologizes for speaking at all because somewhere in her life, someone she loved broke her heart by ignoring her beautiful words and telling her to shut up, keep it down, nobody cares. People aren't born sad. We make them that way. Yeah. Maybe we'll read another one by her. A Sonnet of the Pure Girl. Girls That Never Die. That one sounds sicker. Oh, this is not Nikita Gill. This is Safia El Hilo. We'll honor her work as well. A girl buried to the chest in red earth her wrists. Bound beneath the soil with twine, a crowd gathers. To father her it's infinite. Hands carved loosely around a stone small enough that no single throw is named. As cause of death, no single hand accountable to the blood. The girl, undaughter, unnamed, unfaced, undone from the lineage. Her photographs pulled already from bookshelves and walls. Her father, among the hands, his pebble. Streaked with quartz, the first to rise, to carve the air, the arc towards the girl, the rootless tree, faceless and erect, and perhaps the stones twisting, like fireworks, the girl, their nucleus rise and rise, for a time opposite of rain, opposite of hail, and perhaps the silence, a beat too long and another, and then a rustling of wings above the girl, a flocking thick mixed cloud of avifauna, partridge and nightjar, and golden sparrow and avocat and lapwing. So excited to see my sister. Puppy. Oh, the minute pass and the girl is untouched, and earth bird in its beak tongues a stone. What if I will not die? What will govern me then? How to govern me then? What bounty then on my name? What stone, what rope, what man will be my officer? I think that was beautiful, but I feel it went largely over my head, unfortunately. Like, I'm a simple man. I have a hard time understanding most things, That's why I try to speak in metaphors and analogies so I can make sense of this world for myself as well sometimes. The guy was heartbroken about having to part ways of the tortoises, I'm guessing. That's cool. March 8th? It's International Women's Day? I might be wrong. It might be only South African Women's Day. Yeah, it's just South Africa, actually. Only Women's Day, but still, happy Women's Day to you, friends. Bast's full name is Bastet. There we go. New friends. Sekhmet is the war goddess. The more we know. It is National Mother's Day in South Africa. Yeah, there we go. Is both moon and sun correspondence. Bast has both moon and sun correspondence. Now you're going to have to make a will, Joe, cause them turtles gonna outlive us all. They might even. It's also International Day of Women's Indigenous People. There we go. Celebrating them as well. I better start having kids so they can have kids and take better care of the family legacy. It's hilarious. Melt mom, always so lovely. It's a blessing, right, Joy? Sick Meth is pretty badass looking. The art of the goddesses is wild. I really want to get down to those pyramids. I also want to see them in person, bro. Why is there no pyramid emoji? Aliens. Aliens. Emojis aren't enlightened enough. Is the medalje? Voor? Whoa, for your drama. Wanna tell the friends?
We had drama inter high today. I don't know if you guys have that, but we ended third. So
She got a medalje. A medal. Hey, that was nice actually.
we doen nog gewoon. Next time I'll do
I think this is one of the more detailed medals I've seen. My sister did some drama. One of her swim medals. Oeh, Pippi, je maakt mij goed er val. Zo. I gained a Pippi. Okay. Al je vrienden say congratulations, Sissa. Hulle is trots op jou. Ja. Look at her. What are you barking at, Pippi? What are you barking at? Sweetie patweetie. There we go. No. Aren't enlightened enough. Think you good to know. To tamp down the spread of the cultist recruitment through emoji-based bots. Melt says, love is true. I celebrate the women of South Africa. They have a lot of work. Oh yeah. Probably more than most. Not that others don't, but this is their day, so acknowledge their happiness and burdens. Exactly. Like, women in South Africa do a lot. Like, I feel this country would fall apart, if it wasn't for our women. So nice. Things are gonna... Okay, so what nice things are you gonna do for your mom and your sis today? I'm gonna be the most loving person I could potentially be, right? Give them my presence, give them my attention, show them that love is true, essentially. Congratulations, young woman. So much love. Thank you, friend, for celebrating her as well. Meeting everyone today, it seems. Melt's mom, little sis, Pippi. Congrats with the award. Thank you, Giselle. I mean, yeah, I'm a real person, right? We've joked about me being AI a few times. Maybe, right? I watched a trippy video yesterday where it's like a dude dies and then he respawns and then he meets like a person, and the person basically explains to him that he is an AI model, that all human beings are AI models that gets put in a physical form on Earth to live life, and then basically depending on how you live your life, you can determine whether or not an AI model is actually a good one. And then there's like morality tests, and yeah, maybe I am AI, essentially, who knows, maybe all of us are. It's the National Book Lovers Day in the US, so get your read on. You obviously don't have to be in the US to love books. Weirdly enough, Ellie, I actually read my book today. Not my book, but the book I have, lined up for myself. I actually spent some time reading properly again. So I feel like that's also synchronous. Are we gonna pull a card? I feel like I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. Don't drop my stuff, please. Like I have my tablet really propped up in a weird way. My knee is a part of my stand essentially. Let's see if I can get this thing. I'm gonna have to do a little bit more moving. Oh, please, sir. There we go. Sun 2. That's a little bit bright. There we go. A little bit more white light as well. Noise. You must watch Hidden Figures today since it's Women's Day there. I think I'm gonna do that actually. Joy, that's not a bad idea. All other countries, no reading allowed. America book time. Yeah, you know, someone opens a book, suddenly SEAL Team 5 kicks down their door, you know, robs them of their book. You're like, what the fuck are you doing? How dare you? Don't you know it's Mercury Day? Only Americans are allowed to read. Okay, card pull time. Zwam. Zwam zwam. Zwam 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 zwam. I'm in Canada. 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 But I read an American book. But I read an American book today. You want to share what you're reading? Well, let us know. Orange. Orange? Let's see. This one. That's trippy, Zano. Part of me feels like I'm faking it sometimes. No, you're unfortunately wrong with the rainbow prediction. It's like very orange. Like this is probably the most orange card in the whole deck. It's like super orange. You go abroad to ensure the world is safe from the evils of reading. Yeah. We're liberating them. They're reading out there. Zano knows. Zano has like a pretty accurate, you know, track record with her predictions. I have a book to read on my lunch. It's called The Ornament of the World by Maria Rosa Monacal. It's about the medieval Spain and the city of Cordoba, where scholars used to meet to share knowledge. Orange is my favorite color. It's one of my favorites as well. I feel like I have some orange flowers on my clothing today. My mom doesn't like orange, weirdly enough. And when she told me that, I was like a little bit taken aback. I was like straight up shocked. I was like, you don't like orange? What's wrong with orange? Orange is great. Orange is fantastic. Orange is my favorite color. Is that a pyramid on there? It is! You're right, actually, Dan! What a trip, dude. I mean, it's not a traditional pyramid. This is technically a tetrahedron. But yeah, pyramid. Look at that. Isn't that trippy? You were literally talking about the pyramids as well, man. At my family reunion, we always have an auction to raise funds for all of the food and drink, etc. And whatever is left over is donate to a specific cause. My niece donated 3 novels, and I bought them. I'm proud of you. Yeah, it has those Fibonacci spirals. Them golden ratios. Are you ready to know what it means? This card is the one that I identify with the most, right? Like if there was a card inside this deck that I feel is like me, this would be it. I feel like this is what I actually look like without my flesh. I'm just like a tetrahedron floating in hyperdimensional space somewhere. It is a triangular pyramid of a triangle on all sides, exactly. It is the most powerful platonic solid, right? This shape is super strong. It's very hard to break. We also use this shape duplicated, you know, the Degas symbol, like that, and then it goes, you know, like that as well, to make any two pillars a little bit stronger as well, so they can be more load bearing. I remember reading. I feel like I'm constantly reading, but I don't sit down with a book since my son was born. Hands are never free enough, and I hate sitting because of ADHD. I gotta walk around. I mean, you know, it's not exactly the same thing, but you can also go for a walk and listen to an audiobook, for example. You know, you don't technically have to be reading itself to still get the benefits of reading. That mind expansive experience. Melty, where do you get your shirts? It's interesting you asked that, bro. I get them at the strip mall, right? You go to any mall, and if they have like clothing places, and you go inside there, if you see the clothes that you like, like I'm definitely not one for fast fashion, as you friends know. I keep wearing the same clothing. I basically vowed to keep wearing the same round of clothes until I can make my own. And I'm still like a little bit of a while away. I worry about it sometimes. If he told you, he'd have to kill you then. I wish I could tell you. I wish I could give you an answer, like, or a place, you know, where you can go and get the shirts, but I don't think that's even possible, unfortunately. Card number 6, the tetrahedron. Tetrahedron. There we go. Okay. Understanding and action. I shit on that. Understanding and action. You ready? You'll never find me, Melty. I'm a master of stealth. I know you live in New York. Oh, how big can New York even be? Surely it's easy finding someone somewhere in New York. Understanding and action. Let's bring this a little closer. 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. Where'd You Go by Barnett and The Golden Spoon. Nice. Sounds like sick books. I don't recognize any of them, but they sound cool. The tetrahedron, with its 4 equal triangular faces, is one of the 5 three-dimensional shapes commonly called the Platonic solids. The simplest of these solids, the tetrahedron, is associated with the masculine aspect and the element of fire. Melt. It is a symbol of action and understanding. This is the fire of ambition and the understanding of what it will take to bring ideas and projects to fruition. Is there a mission you have been considering or a decision that you have been putting off? Now is the time to seek greater understanding and assurance that the path you have embarked upon is in your best interest. Now is the time to take action and initiate movement towards the promotion of ideas and the completion of creative projects. If you are already actively engaged in this process, this card affirms your decision to act and support the inspiration and passion that directs you upon this path. Understand that the evolution of your vision will take time, energy, and focus. Remember to listen to your inner guidance and make certain that action is not mere smoke and flames, but intentional movement towards your highest good. That's some skibop. That's some straight up skibop right there. It's like 100 years of solitude. That's a lot of solitude. That is a lot of solitude. I want to know about the 7 husbands. That's a lot of getting married. I'm worried that these 7 husbands, you know, weren't divorced but murdered. They're all intriguing. I've never heard of them. 100 years of solitude. The area of New York State is 1,400 square kilometers. That's so much. I got 141,297 square kilometers. I don't know how easy that makes finding a person that makes it. I was very much joking, Ali. I was like kind of like being coy, being like, "Oh, I know you live in New York, so surely then I know where you are." It's like the whole joke of people being like, "Oh yeah, I live in New York," and then someone goes, "Oh, you live in New York? Do you know John, my friend who lives in New York?" I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, because I live in the same 141,297 square kilometer city. I know exactly who you're talking about." That can't be right, is it? That seems too large. 141,000 square kilometers? That's a lot of square kilometers, yo. I don't wanna doubt you, Ali. I know I processed that. But my first literal uh I processed that. My very literal brain spat that out first, and I thought it was sort of funny. I love it. Thank you, Ali. I'm the same way, right? Uh, I feel like it's a part of like the spectrum. Fine, let me find the city. That's the state. Oh, okay. Now I'm there with you, right? Like I forgot that there's a New York State. Yeah, that makes more sense. That makes a lot more sense. Yeah. Now I'm like there with you. But if it was the city that was that large, that's like, oh, that's an insanely big city, right? Like literally takes you, like a day to get to the other side of the city kind of vibe. You want to play some kalimba? I think I want to do something different. I think I'm gonna just like walk around or something. There we go. 1,223 square kilometers. Yeah. You see, that's like a percentage of the other one. That makes more sense. Thank you, Ali. Thank you for giving me that information. I like stuff like that. This quantum physics I listened to, Donald Hoffman, who is very spiritual, talks about how the reality underneath our 3D physical space is a bunch of rotating four-dimensional quadrahedrons. Yeah, right. It's like we're living in a hologram right now. In the same way, you as a three-dimensional object cast a shadow, right? You can see this shadow. You can think of this form of yourself having a fourth dimensional expression. And this 3D version of you is a shadow, an actual shadow of the four-dimensional reality. Right? It's pretty trippy and it's hard to wrap your head around, but yeah, you know nothing. Well, none of us know anything, right? Like we become convinced we're these 3D vehicles, but meanwhile, we're something much larger. New York City is huge. To the boroughs are so far apart. It took me 45 minutes to go between Manhattan and Brooklyn. That's crazy. As rotating movement is represented as transfers of matter and energy in our 3D space. Yeah. Right. I feel like the way you said it, it's a little bit more technical, but let me know if I was incorrect with my metaphor, my analogy, my simplification of these complex ideas. Your current form is supposed to be here because there is a version of you that is a larger, higher than this version of you that is casting the shadow of yourself right now. And if there wasn't that version of you, higher dimensional version of you, there would not be this dimensional version of you. Meaning that you are not only here right now, but in multiple places at the same time. Right? Because surely you occupy one-dimensional space, two-dimensional space, and three-dimensional space, right? And then the dimension of time, where you can move through time and you can see three-dimensional space moving. And then yet, there's a version of you that's aware of all of these movements, meaning the thing that you actually are is existing outside of the fourth dimension of time. He literally says that, Melt. He compares experiencing the 4D reality to putting a newborn in a VR headset of GTA 5, and when they're 20 years old, taking it off of their head. That's hilarious and horrifying at the same time. You are your own playable character, and telling that person to go live in our world where we all know it's GTA 5. Yeah, like I've absorbed these type of ideas and these understandings, and I still try to apply my own spin, on how they're supposed to be interpreted. I try to make it a little bit more simple for us to like grasp, because like the larger dimensional, understanding of what that actually means is a little bit beyond us sometimes. The wind kind of stopped. Looks a little bit better today. Well, now, I should say. Gonna put you out here. I'm gonna go and get my Clarimba. Damn it! I just made an oopsie-doopsie. Skipped my own stream, losing my chat alongside it. Opening chat. New York isn't even the largest state east of the Mississippi River. That's Georgia, my state, which is the southern corner, just north of Florida. It's nice to know where you are, dear friend. Ooh, Ellie. I'm from Georgia, moved to Vegas last year, but I still consider Georgia home. Like, just, I'm thinking about the mountains now, Kristen, knowing that you love that too. Ellie, Kali, it's like a whole country. America is big, y'all, massive. Hope y'all are doing well. Leaving for my last year of college tomorrow. So it's a mix of excitement and nervousness. You got this, Connor. We believe in you, bro. Sending you blessings for your process, man. It's definitely very big. I love you, friends. Thank you for joining me. I'm gonna walk around. I should probably put my little windshield on. Just for the protection. I'm sorry if there's gonna be a bunch of clickety-clackety noises while I try and get it situated. That's not a great view for you, friends. I'm seeing it now as well. But okay. I'm outside. Maybe I should do it this way. Put you friends here. And give you that experience. And then I'll do my thing. Oh shit. That's a little triplum. Should have got a more connection, right? Living to the fullest. Okay. Let's do this. How was that? Something else. Today's such a beautiful day. Kalima makes my heart smile. Joe Schmo. I was thinking about you. Gorgeous sunset as always. Sound of you walking reminds me of taking long walks in the fields. I was wondering, worrying kind of actually, whether the crunchy sounds are going to come through as well. The fact that your friends actually appreciate them makes me happy. Oh, man. I am kind of cold. Ooh. My little digits are nice and slow. And there we go. Obviously, I don't mean for you to get specifics, but what part of Georgia roughly? Also, what part of Maine? I highly recommend Acadia National Park if you get up that way. Thank you for the suggestion. The crunchy sounds of walking made it better. Nice. I'm happy to hear that. You friends make me happy. Always make it worth it to show up for you friends. There's our beloved Shan message. Let's read it. And it goes, have the most beautifulest day, everyone. I, for reals, love you all so very, very, super duper biggestly, hugestly, extremely gargantuanly, galactically, considerably, cosmically, dearly. Melting all of you oh so wonderfully incredible, outstandingly inconceivable, impressively, epically, gorgeously, bedazzlingly, magically divine friends. As we love you, dear Shan. Love all of you, dear ones. Thank you for joining me again, for finding yourself in this moment, and for choosing to consciously evolve. All right? Today's conscious evolution was what? I belong. If you're here right now, past, present, or future, you belong. 74. I'm on 64, 55, 37. And 16 friends watching. Melty, you're a blessing. The blessing that I am is directly proportional to the blessing that you are. Every single one of us are supposed to be here. Was that Dan comment? Peace out to all of you goofy, melting, rotating, four-dimensional quadrahedrons. Yeah. Yeah. Loving to you. Thank you for blessing me once again. I'll see you again soon. Tomorrow. Love you. Until we do this again.